All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of News Report. There's actually some debate about what number this episode is. I'm calling it 15, Hyper's calling it 14. Welcome and good morning. Josh, how are you feeling today, my friend?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm a little tired because I've been staying up and watching some of the Blizzard World Championships, but I'm ready to do some news report and play some Han.
Absolutely right, sir. We are going to queue up casual mode. It will be again. I know that was one of the hot debates on that Reddit post, and we're going to keep up with the casual mode. It's bright and early. I'm still absorbing my first bit of caffeine, and Josh is groggier than usual. So, hell yes, casual mode. Maybe what are we going to pick, Josh? Maybe we should have thought. Are we just going to wing it like last time? I don't know if I'm going to go scout.
I kind of liked Ravenor, even though I still don't really know what he does.
All right. Well,
but I liked him. He looked kind of scary.
Is he ranged or melee?
He's melee.
Melee? All right. Well, I could go ranged and maybe... I played Torturer last game, actually. That was pretty fun. I may pick Torturer if we don't have a mid. We'll see. All right, we're going to wing it. Forget about it. So, guys, this episode will be the last one for 2 weeks or so. I'm leaving for Sweden tomorrow. So, yeah, I guess there's a small chance that I'll be able to stream from Sweden, maybe at a LAN center on a Saturday, but nothing on the schedule. So, there will be sort of a short break as I vacation about in the cold lands of Stockholm. Josh, how you been, man? I know the stock market has been a little up and down after President Obama got reelected. How are you doing on your investment endeavors?
Oh, at the moment, I'm trying to pull out because, yeah, the stock market is going down at the moment. It's in a downward trend, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's mostly, like, it's really been overextended the past, since August is how it's been going. It's just broke out and was going up and up and up, and now it eventually has to pull back, is what it's called. So it's in that pullback mode, and I guess there was a little rally on Friday, but I think it's going to have another downward trend this week. So yeah, gonna pull that money out.
There you go. There you go. Is it time to pull out a Zynga? I checked it yesterday, and it's down to 220, man. It's not moving. I think it almost might be time to just pull the plug on that.
Dude, Groupon is almost the same price as Zynga. In fact, it probably was the same price, I think, earlier this week or something like that. Groupon, all the tech stocks have been crashing. Pandora, Groupon,
that's bad
Angie's
news bears,
List,
man.
Jive, Zynga. They've all been going down. Groupon, I point them out because they've tanked probably the most out of all the companies. Because last year they were... I bought Groupon at $23 a share and sold it at $26.
Right.
And now it's at $30.
Yeah, that is wild. I remember when I think we've talked about this before, when Groupon, what was it, a $4 billion buyout offer they had from Google?
Something like that, yeah.
And they turned it down because they thought they could do better in the long run, and it's I should have taken that $4 billion, man.
Yeah, dude.
I remember my one professor, he said it at least 10 times throughout the semester, was just, I don't understand all these modern companies, Groupon, and why $4 billion, $4 billion. He just kept saying it over and over. And, he was kind of right. The problem with Groupon is it's so easy to, the tech stuff aside, is sort of trending. One of the problems with Groupon is that it's so easy to replicate that business model. The concept is so simplistic, and there are so low barriers to entry that as soon as Groupon started to catch on, there's so many other competitors. Groupon's still the biggest. What's the other one?
There is Living Social.
Living Social, that's it.
Is the other very big one. That's the second place competitor right now, because there are a bunch of... There's Amazon deals, but I think Amazon actually they have their own deals, but they also have a large stake, I think, in Living Social, if not own it, or have the majority shares.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Amazon owns a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there are a bunch of other stuff. Bank of America even does deals. There's this, I've seen ads for this chicken, and these, chick deals of the day or something like that. I don't know.
Chick deals of the day.
There are a bunch of, copy off sites and everything. But Groupon is definitely the biggest, though, even though they are tanking for a lot of reasons besides not just that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Groupon it's just, I always just remember that one because of I talked about it a lot in one of my classes, and it just always stuck. I was like, yeah, this old guy is really excited about $4 billion. $4 billion. So
Yeah.
anyway, as you were saying, Josh, our queue is going to take a little while, so I think we can kind of dive right in. But we don't have that many topics this week relative to past weeks at least. So I don't know. I hope we have a lot to say about each one of these, Joshy.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we will. All right. Well, start us off then, because I believe this first piece comes from you. President launches campaign on getting financial cliff sorted out.
Yeah, that has been the big. This is like after the election, because most of our news in the past week has been about the elections and
Mm-hmm.
Romney and Obama or everyone fighting against each other. And now it's like this is the one political thing they're trying to get sorted out because the deadline is December 31st before the automatic spending cuts and whatever Bush tax cuts get revoked automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can't reach a deal, that's something that they wrote in as like motivation for both sides to get it done. This is
Right.
something that they came up with a long time ago, and they said if we can't figure out what to do, this is what's going to happen.
And so is that involved with senator salaries, or I guess Congress salaries as well? I've heard people talk about stuff like that, where if Congress doesn't decide what to do, then they don't get paid.
I actually don't know about that. That's
I don't
kind of
know.
interesting.
That might be something that people have been proposing. Like I think I've heard people saying it, like that's what I would do if I'm going to get hard on Congress and cut their
I mean,
salaries.
that would be really good, but like,
That's not.
I don't think that's actually part of it.
Okay.
Uh, it may be, but I have not heard of that.
All right. Well, so what is Obama going to do? Do we have a plan?
The plan is it's kind of interesting on how the Republicans go about this because Obama, if you probably heard in America, he wants to raise tax rates on the richest people and extend the
Hmm.
Bush tax cuts for everyone making below $250,000 a year. And the Republicans were totally against raising taxes. But now, after the election, they said they're open up to new forms of tax revenue,
What is
which
the?
is interesting because like they completely rebrand. They make up these words. The Republicans are extremely good at this. Democrats suck, actually. This is one
It's
part
That's true.
of politics which I wish the Democrats were a lot better at. Because Republicans can just make up these words, and they all the Republicans will say them, and they just become like this word
Yeah.
for like an alternate for tax rates or everything. They've done it with like what they've done, the War on Terror, WMDs. They just like made up these words that have just become. They just say them over and over and over again,
Hmm.
and they just become like an alternate reality.
I mean, abortion, point in case, pro-life versus pro-choice. By the very nature of those names, there's some bias. Pro-life is, or a pro, is that what it is? Yeah, pro-life implies that you're for life, and if you're pro-choice, you're not necessarily against life. So not being being pro-choice sort of implies that you're against life, which is not really true. You can be pro-choice and still pro-life. It should really be pro-not choice. You know?
Yeah, it is very interesting how they come up with these words, and they're really good at it.
Yeah.
I tip my hat to them. The Republicans are extremely good.
Tip my hat
at,
to Republicans for their linguistic skills.
they're really good at just like changing everything in everyone's mind, just rebranding words
Yep.
to make you believe in them. They're really good at it. So yeah, they're open to forms of new tax revenue is what they've called it. And what they want to do is they want to close a bunch of loopholes in your deductions, like the deduction cap on your tax returns. And they want to close it from like 50,000 to 25,000, I think, for itemized deductions. Which this gets really technical when you start to look at your tax returns and everything, especially since when you start making a lot of money, your tax returns get very complicated because you don't full out like normal like 1040 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got a game, by the way. I hope you.
yeah, no, I'm in
Okay.
it.
All right.
So it's on one of my three screens.
um.
But like, yeah, that's their big thing of closing the. They're setting limits on the standard deduction, and this would apparently raise a lot of revenue. I think it's like in the forms of like 700 billion. I don't know the exact number. It's still being thrown around, but it is a lot of money. The big problem is it would hit the housing market and charities because they get a lot of deductions.
Oh.
And so it would affect them. It would not only affect like the really rich people, and it would have a lesser effect. It would be across the board,
Right.
basically. So everyone would get hit by it, but the only people that would feel it necessarily would be really rich people that have
Right.
very high deductions and charities and somehow in the housing market. I haven't really figured out exactly where. I guess because your house is such, I don't know exactly how it affects it, but
Well, I mean, it seems like with charities, they already have a lot. If you're like, a nonprofit and that kind of stuff, there's already that whatever it is, the specific legal entity that has a whole bunch of tax exceptions. Can't you just make them an exception to the rule as well? Like that just seems like an odd thing to be kind of.
that's something I don't know. That's like all in the mix that came up this week. So there are still discussions going on, like what will finally be done, because Obama's really set on having the Bush. The big problem right now is Obama really wants the Bush tax cuts to expire for people over $250,000,
Mm-hmm.
and the Republicans really don't.
Yeah. Well, of
And
course they
so
don't. They're all
they're
rich.
they're trying to make a compromise at the moment.
Yeah.
And the big lever, it's all about like having leverage right now, because you could arguably say the Republicans want the Bush tax cuts to go on for the people below making $250,000 a year,
Mm-hmm.
and the Democrats want that, but they don't want to. The Republicans don't want to extend it just for the people making below that set amount of money, because then they'll lose their leverage to like have negotiations essentially.
Hmm.
So it's all like this battle of power at the moment, because
Yeah.
if they don't, it expires for everyone, which they really don't want. But I don't know. It's
I
this
see.
big battle back and forth between like who can do what and everything, and a time bomb and big game of. It sounds like a kind of like a game of chicken at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's pretty close to what it sounds like to me as well. But don't worry, Josh. Fox News is still keeping up their Benghazi coverage.
Oh, they still in Benghazi?
Well, last time I
God.
checked, I think it's no, today's Sunday. Tomorrow there'll be a new O'Reilly factor on, and I don't think I'll get to watch it, but I'm
I guess
pretty sure they're still talking about it.
I guess we should probably follow up a little bit on that story, since have you been watching like the new I forget her name already. The Jennifer Petraeus scandal and everything.
A very little bit, not to any huge degree of detail, just kind of what I've seen on the news and stuff.
It's pretty funny. I think we talked last week a little about how he might not testify. He totally
Yeah.
testified this week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that was actually one of the things that O'Reilly said. I think they pulled it out on the Daily Show, where they were just like, "Well, how's he going to testify now?" And it's just like he's not
He's
dead.
like,
I mean,
unless testify.
yeah, unless testifying is synonymous with dying, or I mean, retiring is synonymous with dying, then he should still be able to testify. Like, how does that
Yeah.
stop him from showing up at court? And of
Yeah,
course,
he
did show
totally
up.
testified this week, and it was
That's
behind
good.
closed doors because a lot of the stuff is still classified information.
Well, uh-oh.
So yeah, the press wasn't allowed inside.
Well, I mean,
but
that's okay. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
that's
okay
fine.
with
I'm
it.
just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm sure Bill O'Reilly is not okay with it.
I know
Um,
they want everyone to know all our secrets.
Yeah, they're just like, I mean, I'm thinking about all the people that have gotten killed in the war on terror, and the president doesn't like call a press conference every time a group of people get killed. It's just in the paper, and you're like, oh man, that sucks. A truck blew up, and everybody kind of just moves on. That's kind of how war works, you know. I guess we're not at war with Libya, so I mean, not to trivialize the people dying. I mean, that's really sad, but just the fact that people die doesn't necessarily mean the president needs to personally address the nation with like an update.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I don't know the full Fox News conspiracy theory.
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't.
it
I
may
don't
have
think
some
they
merit
really
to it,
know.
but like I don't know any of it at all.
Right.
So I can't really
Yeah. Well, the
give my
big.
full opinion on what they
I think the big
believe
difference
to happen.
between like the liberal and the conservative points of view on the Petraeus thing are the conservatives are more like, well, it's not really about the sex, but just the fact that like he is such privileged information that we absolutely can't have him, involved with kind of scandalous behavior. Which I mean, I sort of see the merit to like where they're coming from, but that sounds like bullshit to me.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely a security
Oh,
leak, and it's
shit.
definitely the right thing for him to resign and everything.
Yeah.
Because that's
Dude, I just tried. I right click on a rune thinking it would just go in my bottle like Dota, and it totally did not go in my bottle.
This is not Dota.
This is not Dota. So I should have a full bottle right now, but I fucked up. Bugger. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that is still the big thing. At least the little I've been watching Fox over the past couple days, that seems like the big thing they're still talking about.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they. I don't know. The fiscal cliff is definitely a much bigger thing, but like, there's only so much.
Past that.
So much you can cover that. Yeah. Oh, we pausing.
If our team will let us. Abby's scratching at the door, and she's just gonna keep screwing up my door until I let her in. Oh my fucking god, man! And our team's not gonna pause. Why isn't this Dota? Why do we have to rely on our stupid team? Come on, Abby. Come on. Come on. I said, goddamn dogs. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, Nomad's gonna get the ruined bottom because I was letting the dog in. You know, the Dota pause function is superior in many ways, Josh.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm level 6 and these other guys are level 4 in my lane. It's because I don't even know who this lizard man is, too. Do you know what this guy does? He's like straight up alien from the movie.
Oh, it's probably Predator with a weird skin.
Is it? Oh shit, it is.
He does have a really weird. He looks kind of like a leaper thing from WoW.
Alien. I was gonna say he looks exactly like Alien.
Yeah. No, it's he looks really similar to what are the Warp Stalkers? Those things that were in.
Yeah.
Crap, I can't remember all those zones.
I'm terrible at hitting too for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's different
life.
than Dota, man. It's definitely a lot different.
The melee characters definitely have. It feels like a longer swing timer.
Yeah, so this is one of these situations, Josh, that we were kind of talking about where it would be nice if we had someone else on here with us that didn't just agree with us, because I'm kind of on the same page with you as far as like all this financial stuff and the taxes. I'm not really against higher taxes at this point. So it's sort of like, yeah, whatever. My mind right now, I'm just kind of like, whatever you got to do. Just sort this whole thing out. I'm just going to be happy with anything that at least somewhat fixes our problem right now.
I just did something and it killed him.
Ravenor!
But yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because I would like to, I would like to know
what you're a bleeding heart, Josh.
What this whole Benghazi thing is about and why it's being drug out for like a zillion years.
Honestly, they're just gonna keep talking about it, and then once something new and exciting comes around, they're just gonna forget about it and pretend it never happened. That's kind of what they do.
We totally ganked bottom already, and they just totally ran away.
I thought you were top. All right, do you have like something? Can we dive on these guys or some shit? I've got an ult. I want to blow somebody up.
I don't want to die, and I don't know my ult does.
It's casual mode, Josh. No guts, no glory. I mean, I can just ult these guys straight up.
Well, if I can land my hook,
dude,
I'll do it.
He's trying to.
I'm doing it. No, it missed.
I was ready to go. All right, well, it's casual mode.
I didn't realize how slow that actually moved.
I did.
I thought it was a hook. I should have straight up hook last week, and I wasn't even paying attention to it.
All right, well, our team is really struggling. I'm gonna have to go back mid, I think.
Yeah, dude, go gank other people.
I gotta get my boots. So, well, that's very exciting. Hopefully, this financial stuff is sorted out. But like you said, the deadline is rapidly approaching, so we may very well kind of see how some of this stuff is going to turn out in this generation. So that's cool. Very exciting indeed. Josh, so we have another interesting entry here. The U.S. is set to be the largest energy producer in 2012. Not user, but indeed producer.
That was very interesting that I came across this week. And that has a lot to do with the increase of like fracking, and that's the main reason.
Of fracking? But, what is fracking?
It's when you like drill for natural gas. It's why natural gas has gone. The production has gone up so much. I think you get some oil in the process too. Hold on, I'm trying to gank with my team, and I'm about to die.
I think you get some oil.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just got killed. But yeah.
I missed him. No, that was such a bad ult. Oh, Josh, I could have killed him, but I failed.
It's where you find like natural gas that's in rock, is my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And there are special techniques on how you get that out of the rocks and everything. It's called fracking. I think another term is like hydrofracking, exactly how they do it.
I think I've heard the term, but I don't know if anyone's ever actually explained it to me. All right, I'm going to come bottom with a haste rune, all right?
Yeah. The techniques.
Oh my god, I did it again. I have an empty bottle. I'm not coming. God damn it. Josh, we should have played a warm-up game. I'm still thinking this is Dota. It's the
Oh,
second time. Oh my god. And I whiffed that ult. I'm really embarrassed right now. I'm so embarrassed. So fracking is the reason why we're going to be producing so much energy. I mean, so what's
basically
so special
that,
about it?
and the increased I think they want to drill for more oil too, and these predictions are made on growth of oil production right now, and so if we maintain this growth, I think that's what the 2020 prediction is based on, essentially. So it's not impossible to do, but it is still based on growth, which is something to note.
Oh god, he's gonna kill me! Oh my god, he's so low! No, finish him, Arachna!
Oh, he got him!
Yay! So, but is this like a technique that other countries can't do, or do we have some sort of special lead on why we're fracking more than others?
I don't know why other countries haven't really done it so much. They probably have other.
Other means, or do we just have an absorbent or an exuberant amount of natural gas compared to?
We may indeed have a lot of natural gas.
You got
Natural gas
Josh?
definitely has gone. The price of natural gas has gone down a lot in the past years. Problem is transporting it and doing a lot of stuff so you can get it to everyone. Since you have to transport large quantities of a gas, you have to liquefy it, and then it becomes a very big deal.
Right. Probably very low temperature.
Yeah,
I remember that from science.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, it just becomes extremely complicated to actually transport stuff like that. So it's not as easy to move around as, like, say, oil and other means.
But it's more efficient than burning oil, right?
Yeah.
By a pretty good margin, I believe. Oh my god, I did it again, dude. I'm probably never going to pick up a rune this game and put it in my bottle successfully. I've done it. I'm 3 for 3 now, just right-clicking on it instead of using the bottle.
Damn. Trying to think if we should go somewhere. Oh, watch, you have
Oh
that
god.
guy. You have team coming up to you. They're coming. They're going to be there soon.
I'm running, dude. I'm out. I think I wasted my ult again.
Going to be there soon. Predator. Oh my god.
Oh no. Predator has absolutely no concept of not tunnel visioning.
I'm trying to figure out what my abilities do.
You picked him because he looks cool.
He does look cool.
Well, that's exciting. I'll keep an eye out for fracking. Let's move on to our next piece here, as I actually do know a little bit more about this next article, as it was my doing. I remember you heard about it. Elmo. Maybe some of you fellow Americans out there have heard the same thing we have. He's been accused of a pedophile-like relationship with a young man, and for at least, I guess, an undisclosed period of time right now, he's taking a leave from Sesame Street. And just kind of focusing on him, taking a little bit of me time right now. It's interesting, Josh. Now, what makes this story interesting is not that he's a pedophile, but is the story that they're denying it. Apparently, the Elmo guy, he's, whatever, in his mid-30s, he's like 35 or something, and he claims that he did have a relationship with a significantly younger male, but it was consensual, and they waited until the guy turned 18. So one of those things, they were probably talking, maybe canoodled a little bit beforehand, but were real secretive, and now when he turned 18, they were just like, all right, let's do this thing. So it's one of those things where it may end up being actually legal and where he didn't do anything wrong, but he may still be, irreparably tarnished at Sesame Street, because people still think that's gross, and a lot of people still would call that pedophilia, even though I guess it technically isn't. So it's an interesting scandal. I don't think they've really done much in the way of, investigation yet, but or at least nothing public. But it's fascinating.
It definitely is kind of interesting how I read something about that where earlier this week they settled out of court in something, or at least they agreed to pay the guy like $125,000 or something, as long as he would retract his statement or something like that.
Really? You mean Sesame Street Wood or?
I think it's mainly Elmo at this point. The guy playing Elmo. I don't know his name.
I
Oh my
missed that all
God, you missed everyone.
completely.
Oh,
Oh my
what are you
God.
doing?
Dude, I really can't play. I haven't played Hag in a really long time, and it's just a lot different than Queen of Pain. Like,
A lot different. You teleport and shoot in a
I,
cone.
dude, it was like Carlo missing his ult on Quap yesterday or the day before. I don't. Maybe I'm just bad, dude. I don't know. I'm actually pretty embarrassed that they were all grouped up. I was like, this is awesome, and then they just moved, and I didn't kill him.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna protect this tower
So,
though.
all right, Rar says the guy pulled back his accusations, so maybe he did do that.
Oh my God, I totally died. How'd they see me there? I guess no one else was there with me.
I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I think everyone else is dead.
Now use your ult. Use it. Kill him.
My ult's down, but... Oh no, I might be in trouble. Oh my God. I thought Pharaoh was gonna have maybe a little bit more. Oh, Nomad, you're such an idiot. You're worse than me. It's okay, dude. It's casual mode. We can still bring this back. So I guess the guy did retract his statement, but it still leaves the whole thing of, you know, is there going to be a big outcry? People are really sensitive about pedophilia stuff, and I mean for good reason. But Abby, I already let you in here. You are not leaving. Get back on that bed. You know, they're maybe a little bit over the top. You know, this whole thing. It's like I don't know. I don't really have a big problem with like an age gap like that, like 18 and 35. Like, yeah, it's a little weird, but I mean, I don't have like a moral objection or something.
I don't know about. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh my
I walked
God.
right into his team. Oh, I should have.
They've just been like camping there too.
I know their whole team. I keep thinking that they're gonna spread out. I saw one guy bottom, and they're just like. Oh man, this was not a good casual mode game,
good.
Josh.
This is bad.
This is bad news bears all over the place.
We concede and play another one. I
We
feel
can
so bad.
concede and just
is so
just play like mid wars.
This isn't too bad. At least our rating go down, so we play worse people.
All right, I think what we're gonna do is we'll just take this audio track and put it on something else.
Oh my God! Yeah.
God, 15-minute concede.
Can you see how people voted?
No, not anymore. They got rid of it. All right.
Okay.
Do we want to just try another one real quick and make this a longer episode or play mid wars?
Sure. We can try to play mid wars if that's a faster queue.
Wolf.
We were for about 7 minutes.
I'm just nervous that this one won't be a 15 minute. Oh, fuck it. Let's go for it, man. We got to redeem ourselves. I'm not gonna play Hag. I don't even want to go mid. Can we just lane?
Yes, we
Man.
can.
That was rough. I'm really embarrassed. I don't think I picked up a single rune in my bottle or landed a single ult that entire game.
I don't know.
I don't know what I was doing.
I think I got like 2 kills that game, and both of them were on Panda.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
And he was the troublemaker. He was carrying their team.
well,
He was
I
just
mean,
running around killing
yeah.
people.
In my defense, by the time we started moving, the top lane had already fed quite a bit. I mean, I was only 1 and 3. I didn't really feed that much. I just didn't really play well. The top lane was like 1 and 10 or something between the two of you. Let's take a look. We can look at our last game. Yeah, Arachna and Pharaoh. Who was in your lane?
Predator.
Predator. Okay, Arachna and Pharaoh were 3 and 13 between the two of them. So there you go. That was our problem right there. Predator. No, this Pharaoh. Level 8 Pharaoh. Jesus Christ. So that poor Elmo guy, though. I don't know. So what do you think? Should he lose his job, Josh? Should he be off Sesame Street forever? Are you going to lead up the protest? Are you going to start ElmoTouchesBabies.com?
He should probably resign. That's the big thing, because it just like ruins the Sesame Street name and everything. So,
Right. Especially with all this. Well, I guess Mitt didn't get elected, so Sesame Street's safe for another 4 years.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think you're right. My moral compass would want me to say, you know, he shouldn't have to lose his job because of this. But I mean, partially just because Elmo is so iconic, and this guy has been so involved with Elmo. You know, I mean, he's been the Elmo forever. He wrote that book, and it's just it's sort of a staple thing, and especially at our age group. You know, I grew up with Sesame Street, so it sort of sucks though. I think I have to agree with you, though. It probably is best that he just resigns. You can't knuck if you buck when it comes to pedophilia accusations. Oh, nice quick cue, Josh.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that was fast.
That was a quickie. All right. Hopefully the game will be equally potent, but in the opposite direction. I feel like I really let us down. I kind of want to pick a carry. I kind of want to play Soul Stealer, not going to lie. I kind of want to go big.
All the carries you could have picked. I want to go Soul Stealer.
Did they buff him in this game yet? When he dies, does he pop his ult?
I don't know. You see, why are you asking me?
I don't think he does. He's
why
not
are you
so
asking me?
I might do it. I feel like I need to redeem myself with some... Ooh, Devo. I might still just... Can I mid? Can I? I have 26 seconds.
I'm gonna pick my guy again. I read his abilities now. I'm reading them right now. Instead of reading the news, I'm reading his abilities.
I mean, I really just want to play Soul Stealer. Could I sideline Soul Stealer? Alright, fuck it, I'm doing it. Let's do this thing. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna go big, Josh. Go big or go home. And
wait, are you going with me? I've totally missed that.
I'm not sure. Did you pick Ravnor again?
Yeah.
No, I can go top. I'll go top.
Who's that bottom?
That's Riftwalker.
What the heck is a Riftwalker?
Her ult is like Darkseer Vacuum. That's all I know. She does some other shit.
Oh my god. It'll work.
Alright, you go bottom.
I always go bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go top. Alright, hopefully this isn't terrible. This could be interesting. So, alright, let's move on to this next thing here. And this is not even a piece of news, but something that I heard. I've been watching quality television. And I know last episode I was given a lot of beef for talking about the O'Reilly factor, and a lot of people... I guess didn't get my sarcasm about getting all my news from Fox News. That whole thing about I thought Romney was a lock. That was pure sarcasm. I was really just trying to make light of the fact that the pre-polls are absolutely ridiculous and just totally meaningless and absolutely just...
I think you thought Romney was going to win.
I mean, I thought that there was a fair chance he would win, but I didn't think it would. I didn't think he was a lock. I didn't think it was just like, yeah, oh, he's up by 5% on Fox News. Romney 100. I thought it was. I could have flipped a coin. I was pretty 50-50. I thought there was a fair chance Romney would win. But anyway, so I've been trying to make up for my O'Reilly factor watching. I've been watching more Bill Maher because I don't know if you don't have HBO. Have you ever seen any of his stuff, Josh, on YouTube or anything?
I haven't really watched
He's kind of like the liberal Bill O'Reilly. He's not quite as out there, but he's really liberal. Like, it just so Democrat and just, I mean, he takes it over the top. I agree with like 50% of the stuff that he says, and the other thing is he just is really like I don't know. He sort of talks about conservatives like they're lesser beings because they like, how can you believe what you believe and not be an idiot, kind of is his take, I guess, a little bit. Anyway, so trying to balance it out, and the season closer for this season, they just ended season 10 or whatever, and their guest was one of the writers for Monty Python, and like one of the playwriter guys. And it was actually pretty interesting hearing what he had to say. And they were talking about the election process. And this was a little bit dear to my heart because in AP government, I remember for the first time learning about the parliamentary system that Britain uses and just thinking that it sounded really, really cool. And as is too common with classroom learning, you can sort of, especially things in other countries and history. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff in high school that I found out later was just totally, not really the case. So I was worried that this may be one. And they were talking about the election process, and it's totally different over there. They're not allowed to campaign on TV. There are no commercials. And the only amount of time that they can actually campaign as far as, going out and doing what our people do for several months, they can only do in 3 weeks. That's the entire election process. So it's really limited, and there's no in-your-face ads, and of course the parliamentary system works a lot differently as far as representation goes. Well, I probably could have helped that guy a little bit. As far as representation, where it's not a two-party system. You can you basically vote for your party, and then the amount of the percentage of those 100 parliament seats is just broken into parties, and then that's how many seats you get based on how what percent of the vote. So the majority vote then appoints the prime minister. So their prime minister doesn't even run like our president, and that was the thing that this writer guy was saying. I can't remember his name. I should have jotted down his name. That. He just likes their system a lot better, and the fact that you don't have to elect the prime minister takes away a lot of that kind of like the smear campaigns and all that kind of stuff, because it's just it's just a party thing. No one really cares about that one particular guy. It's kind of like the Speaker of the House. They don't really have as much power as the president. So it's just really interesting. And the quote that he said, if Winston Churchill was here to see this, he would have said, never have so few spent so much to perfect so little. And I just thought that was a really really nice quote from old Winnie. And I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting, and I wanted to kind of get your take on kind of our two-party electoral system versus more of a parliamentary system. And take it away, Josh. Reaction, go.
I think our system definitely needs a lot of work. The problem is they're not going to do it, especially when it's controlled mainly by conservatives, at least the House is at the moment, and they think our values are perfect for some reason.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem.
So it would be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think we're drastically going to change our system.
But yeah, it would be nice to see. I know, like, in other countries, too, the majority vote, it's like, it works a lot differently than how it's done here.
Yeah.
And the majority vote makes a lot more sense. Oh, my God, I'm getting destroyed.
Oh, God, Silhouette's going to come and try and hurt me.
But, yeah, I don't know. Definitely, there are a lot of... I think the thing I like most about their system is they have something in place where the prime minister can get questioned. Oh shit, that was a waste.
Fudge is up here.
They have something where they have a session where the prime minister actually gets asked questions and everything, and anyone gets to ask some questions. It's kind of really unique.
Anyone, like any Joe Schmo can just come and be like...
They can ask them anything too. So like some of the questions got like on soccer and everything.
Really?
And his take on food, and and it's, I forget exactly what it's called, but he does have these sessions where people can come in, and then the people who elected him can ask him just about anything.
That's really interesting.
And so I think I heard about this a little bit when Tony Blair was like, when he had to do it, like if he would like brush up on any like topics or everything before this, so he could actually answer the questions like intelligently.
Right.
Well, our bottom lane's getting on because like Sniper's being retarded.
All right, well, we're doing well top, and now Nighthound's up here, and he's
and I'm lagging really badly.
Ouch! To save the courier, I may die. Yep, I saved the courier, but I died, so I'm sort of happy with that, I guess. I mean, I think we may have talked about this a little bit before, but I'm really not a fan of the two-party system. And I think our system by nature discourages a lot of people from voting just because they feel like they really can't identify with either of the two parties or the two candidates. And, they sort of feel like, well, I'm throwing my vote away if I don't vote for one of the two big parties. So I don't even really care about voting because it's just not something that I can relate to. And I think that's a big problem. Whereas in the parliamentary system, if 3% of the vote, like the whatever, 5% or whatever it is that of the population that Ron Paul got, at least that's 5%. That's a seat for Ron Paul in their parliament plus a few others of the party's choosing. And that at least gives those smaller groups hope. It makes them feel like they're not just totally throwing their vote away because they're trying to do the right thing, but they actually do get a little bit of representation relative to the size of their movement. And I mean, in my mind, I think of that as pretty powerful as far as my vote actually counting, because I definitely feel like in our system, if I don't vote for one of the two big guys, I'm pretty much throwing it away unless we have like a redo of Ross Perot where there's one candidate that's really standing out, but generally speaking, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. It definitely needs to be perfected, but like I said, that's not going to happen anytime soon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's just a shame, really, with younger people. I mean, I really don't feel like I identify with a party. I mean, I have fairly strong opinions, but I'm pretty independent. I mean, I use libertarian very loosely. If you had to sort of jam a label on it, but I'm pretty. I think both parties are pretty equally ridiculous. If both of them had complete power and if we had a totally 100% Democratic state or a 100% Republican state, and obviously that's really stupid. And the whole point of our system is that would never happen. But or generally speaking, never really happen. But I think they're both equally just wackadoodle. So I'm pretty moderate these days, Joshy. I know you're a bleeding heart, man. It's okay. I still love you. I'm not going to yell at you like Carlo's dad. I'm not going to tell you to file for unemployment because it's your right. I don't give a fuck if you have unemployment. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting tidbit of something that I was actually somewhat knowledgeable about, and it made me feel good that I actually retained something from crummy American high school. I actually learned something good about the parliamentary system and remembered it for the 5 years. I had that class senior year, so that was a good feeling, Josh. Was riding that mental high for a few hours.
Oh shit, these guys are fucking me up.
Uh-oh, Ravenor. Let's take a look.
Trying to buy some. I bought my boots.
Oh, Nighthound, that dirty dog. Well,
God, my teammate isn't doing anything. He's just laying mines. That's it. He's actually killing himself to lay mines.
Oh,
and now he's dead. No. Oh, but he got. Oh my God, he's so useless. I hate how.
Devo, I'm pulling him out for you, buddy. Trying to set up some kills up top here, but
yeah, we're getting killed bottom because mid went bottom, and then I'm lagging really badly again.
I mean, we're doing okay up here, but
how do I check my ping again in this game?
Is it /ping, -ping, F11? I'm not sure. I think it might be /ping.
Oh, it's /ping. Okay. But literally, all this engineer's done is just laid wards everywhere.
Oh god. Oh god, There's somebody up here. I don't know who it is. Oh, it's Nighthound. What kind of a skin is that?
I don't even know. I kind of was really confused when I saw the hero. And Ion's getting kind of beefy. He's been getting kills down here.
He's up top now, and
he's been dying, but he's been getting kills.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, look at Riftwalker. Damn, Nighthound. Oh god! I'm dead. Devo, hook him. Devo, do something. Devo, no!
Yeah, Devo hasn't really landed any hooks.
Oh,
he's came in there for the rod and everything, but he's not a hook lander.
Damn, that was nicely done by Artesia and Nighthound. Nice coordination. So, alright, this next one, Josh, just another one we can talk about a little bit. 5-hour energy, cited to be linked to 13 deaths and over 33 hospitalizations over the past 4 years since the product has been on the market. So if you don't know what 5-hour energy is, there's one on my desk in my old office, and it's those little tiny, kind of energy shots. That's scary stuff, Joshy.
It is definitely pretty crazy on... they're pulling this out now, because this is over 4 years. They said it's responsible for the past 4 years for these 13 deaths.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things where you hear people talk about it. Because I know my sister's, I think she takes them, during finals and everything. I think what she does is she takes a half one, because she says, taking the full thing is way, way too much.
Yeah.
And they definitely they're super caffeinated. I have no clue how much caffeine is in them. I've never taken them personally, but from what I'm told, they're pretty damn powerful.
Yeah. Oh god, guys, Nighthound's on me. Somebody do something. Yeah, this Nighthound hurts, dude.
Yeah, dude, if Engineer actually did something, we would actually be able to kill this tower, but Engineer literally comes up, lays some mines, and then goes away. He doesn't push the tower with me.
Well, top lane has all 5 up there, so we just lost that fight.
Engineer is literally just running up to the tower. He runs up, doesn't even hit the tower, then runs back to lay mines.
Yeah. I think I saw in this article about 5-hour energies that, what was it, about 30 to 40 cups of coffee.
If you take them in,
If someone is to use multiple cans, now is when we start to see some of the side effects. You're getting astronomical amounts, 30 to 40 cups of coffee. That's a pretty vague statement there, but You're right. They are hyper caffeinated for sure. Because the whole thing they advertise is it's like no sugar, so that's why they don't get. I don't know how they can actually say you don't crash later. Because if it's loaded with caffeine, I mean, you definitely do crash from caffeine. It is a stimulant, like that of cocaine, and it is physically addictive in terms of if you consume it every day and you don't, you'll have withdrawals and shakes and whatnot and feel nauseous. I think that's fairly well documented. Caffeine is abusable if you take it in absurd quantities. Did we talk about this on a previous episode where Sweden now has imposed you have to be 18 to buy energy drinks?
Oh yeah, you did mention something like that. Yeah,
So,
I know Monsters even. I think I heard this. Like this is a little while back, but Monsters being like investigated too, for their energy drinks or whatever. Their factories are being investigated.
Factories being investigated.
Yeah, to see if like what they're putting in is actually what they're putting in and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... I remember when we brought it up, that sounded kind of insane. But what I'm sort of curious about is, once this caused one death, why wasn't there more of a... I mean, with our FDA in the United States, I mean, we are particularly sensitive to, products and drugs that are harmful. We're a little bit more intense than a lot of other countries.
No,
So,
we're not at all. Are you serious?
the FDA? Oh, of course we are, dude.
No, we aren't.
Our FDA testing, it's a pretty rigorous process, and I just got killed by... Why are there 4 gangbanging me in the top? I don't understand.
Dude, I don't know. We just killed the bottom guy. No thanks to engineer.
I'm just like...
Nice.
I wasn't even up that far. I guess I was past the river, but still, like, there... no reason for there to be 4 up top trying to kill me. You don't think our FDA is that strict, though? I mean, it might not be the
there's
most...
so many cases. This is not like uncommon for this to happen over
Right.
4 years and then to finally do something like that. There are like multiple cases like DDT. There's the cases where they were using pesticides on all the farms and it was killing all the bees, and it took them years to do this, even though in Europe they like cited that this was an issue. It was a known issue in Europe.
Right.
And it took America forever because the FDA is run by the people that own the companies.
Right. Well, I was thinking more our approval process to make things legal is very rigorous. I guess I don't know as much as the kind of opposite side.
It is,
of that.
and then it isn't. I mean, like they basically run the test. Like the FDA, like you have to run tests to make sure everything's good, but sponsor the test. It's not like the FDA pays to do the test for you, I'm pretty sure.
Son of a bitch. I should have seen that coming a little bit. This game's not nearly as fun when every game the other team just pub trains for 15 minutes. It's really just not as fun.
I'm coming.
Oh, man, I'm missing out on the kills. Eat him, Devo! I mean, yeah. I didn't mean to say that we are like the most rigorous by all means, but I mean, I wouldn't say that our FDA program is really particularly shitty.
I don't think it's really extremely good.
All right.
I mean, like compared to other countries of our standard.
Other countries of our standard. Yeah. I mean, I was really thinking more approval stuff, but yeah. So.
Well, like I say.
Well, I mean, is this one of these things? I guess are they looking at? As I was reading the article, they're saying we're just now seeing the side effects. So I mean, I guess it's delayed, kind of. If you.
I mean, that's what they're gonna say. They're not gonna say we've known this for 1,000 since we started making this stuff.
All right. I mean, now, all right, Fox News. Now we're getting into conspiracy theories here. I mean,
well, are they gonna say that?
Well, I don't know, man. Probably not, but that doesn't mean that that's the case.
It doesn't mean it's not the case, though.
Well, sure, man. Of course.
Yeah.
So, it's still... I don't know. I mean, what does that mean for these 5-hour energy things? Who knows?
They'll probably just get a big warning... Oh, shit, no!
Big warning label?
Probably get a big warning label on them, yeah. I kind of don't want to go in there.
Yeah, me neither. I'm going to harass from long range. Oh, engineer, what are you thinking, buddy?
He's trying to be brave.
He's actually being pretty brave here. Boom! I got a kill. Oh my god, yes.
We went invis.
Yeah! Quad kill!
Kill.
Big soul stealer. I'm so huge. I have 4,000 gold.
Nice.
Oh man. So I mean, that is one thing where America is definitely very lax is warning labels. Like, I don't know if you've seen like I remember going to the airport in the UK and seeing the cigarette cartons with a huge orange sticker across the carton that just said "This will kill you," with a big skull and cross. I mean, like, you didn't even see the cigarette packs. It was just a big orange banner, and I was just like, "Damn, that is like." Pretty serious, especially compared to like American style, where it just says the Surgeon General says if you're pregnant, you probably shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Have a nice day, you know. So that is an interesting, I don't know, sort of interesting conundrum as far as our labeling practices. You know,
Yeah,
artwork on cigarette packs is.
They fought against. I know they've won in a lot of cases. Like the cigarette label, they were fighting for a long time to get those labels on our cigarettes. Where there was that big graphic picture campaign they had, where they showed the effects of cigarettes, and they wanted to put that on. That didn't go through. I'm pretty sure that failed.
Yeah.
What else? They've tried to put genetically modified on.
Oh, you're lagging. Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about the genetically modified organisms or whatever? We may have to reset Skype, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hold on, buddy. I got you, good buddy. I'll reset the call. Stupid Skype, man. I keep meaning to cancel my Skype subscription, and I still haven't. Hello?
Good morning.
All right. You sound better, but still a little bad. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Last thing I heard was GN. No.
GM. I forget what the.
Yeah, GMO, the genetically modified organisms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that didn't pass. I'm coming. We're gonna fight this.
All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay back. I'm ready to turn. I bashed Silhouette in the face.
Yeah, I got him.
No, I don't know if we want to stay on Armadon, but.
Do we not? I don't know.
Oh god, it's my turn.
Because you told me.
Oh no, I'm silenced.
Oh god, no.
Got him.
I'm hitting him.
I got him. Yeah! Payback! Woo!
I'm lagging so hard right now, but I'm trying to run.
Oh god, is Rampage charging?
No, he's not.
I saw somebody right there. Okay.
He's coming, but he didn't see you. Didn't get a charge off.
All right. Woo. So, that was woo. All right, that was exciting. So yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, the genetically modified organism. So yeah, we're really lax. Well, we're not lax, but our government's much more like free speech kind of a thing when it comes to labeling, more so than other places. And we're one of the only countries in the world.
Well, it's like people want it, but companies lobby against it.
Right.
The process works. So.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Well, and another area where. Oh crap, I lost my thought. I got sidetracked. I started thinking about my shrunken head and I totally forget what I was going to say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back. But yeah, we are pretty serious about letting people label whatever they want. You're right, it is the result of lobby groups.
We have like lack of labeling is a thing.
Yeah, or lack of labeling. Yeah.
It's like they try to, they basically, the companies run everything, I think, at this point.
Oh god.
And they... No, run the wrong way. No.
Oh,
Did we get him?
No, I don't think.
Oh, he's Nighthound. God damn it! I'm about to buy an eye.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Oh crap! He ran away.
Oh god. Oh no. I'm looking for him. Where is he? Oh.
Good try. I'm gonna buy an eye.
Damn.
What's an eye called in this game again?
Bound eye. It's an eye.
I can't search for it. I forgot.
Yeah, you can't search. No, it's just an eye.
Where the heck is it? Relics? It's relics. No, shit, I bought a void talisman.
Uh-oh. Sell it back quick.
Sell it. I sold it. Why can't I buy it?
Oh, if someone bought one, I think there's a cooldown on eyes. You can't just spam them.
Rigged.
I want to say that that's the case. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I'm
really trying to remember what thought I had, and I totally lost it. It just fell out one of my ears. Well, I guess we might as well move on, Josh. The big piece of news that we have not talked about yet: Hostess finally closing up shop, and this has been a long time coming. Hostess has been in bad shape for a while, Joshy. Yeah. And they're finally, it came down to their employees. They said, hey guys, listen, you can take these benefit cuts and all this budget stuff or not. And the union said, no, we're not going to concede. We want all these benefits. And then they couldn't afford it, so they had to close shops. And moral of the story, Josh, fuck unions, I think, is the moral here. But no, in all seriousness, Hostess is finally done. They filed bankruptcy in 2004 and 2011. So they've been in... oh, shit, I hit the wrong button. Well, I still got the kill. That's okay.
Don't worry, I'm eating this guy alive. And by eating, I mean... Yeah.
I hit my old button instead of my portal key, but it still worked out, so I'm not going to complain. So, yeah, they filed bankruptcy twice in the past 10 years, and now they've finally had enough. They've got nothing to do. Very sad, Josh, but what do you think? Talk to me about Hostess.
Hold on a second. I'm about to get eaten by Armadon.
Wait, do you want to turn him here? Oh, God.
You fight him. Go for it. I'm going to die. I'm dead. Run.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I missed a couple of my big berries.
Run. Get out of there.
I can't. Oh, God. I might not be dead. Save me, team. Oh, no. Artesia.
Who's got the eye on our team? Someone bought it, and then I don't have it.
Ah, shit. Fuck you, Nighthound. It might have just been destroyed, man.
God damn it.
So talk to me about Hostess now that you're dead.
Oh, Hostess. It's sad. See, I don't know if it's sad, I guess.
Are you a Twinkie eater? You actually like Twinkies?
We went over this the other day. I actually looked at all the products that they made, and I realized I don't eat any of the products. So
what is it? Twinkies, Ding Dongs, Hoo-Hoos, and...
there are a bunch of things. I don't know. They're none of the things that I eat, so I can't tell you what they are.
The Twinkie is the big one. The Twinkie is what they're known for, and I'm really not that upset about Twinkies. I mean, I'm on the same page. I don't really eat Hostess stuff. I'm one of those people. It's like, yeah, it's been a long time coming. That kind of food product is just not appealing in this day and age, unfortunately. But no, on a more serious level, though, that whole union thing was being a little bit sarcastic, but it really was kind of the doing of the union. It was sort of like United or American Airways back when, and they were like, basically, guys, we need to cut all this stuff, cut all your benefits, cut all these legacy promises we made as far as pensions to keep the doors open, and the people striked because of the union, and they closed shop, and it's kind of like, well, I mean... Okay, there were like 1,800 people or something? It was like, well, I understand why you guys don't want to cut in all of your salary and stuff, but is that really better than, being unemployed, or is unemployed really that much better? Like, you could at least still be making some money. I don't know. That's what I don't quite understand the logic that goes through these people's minds. And they're like, no, it's just, it's just corporate, corporate brass. We're gonna fight them. We're not gonna give in. It's just them trying to save a buck, and it's like, no, guys, seriously, we're gonna close the doors if you don't work for less, and they fought it, Josh. I don't know. I mean, we can talk about unions a little. I can't remember what your stance on unions is.
No, I think unions are really good because they set a standard of living. Like, without unions, there would be like a lack of benefits and everything, and companies would have a lot more power. That's why unions got started, is because they
got started in the Industrial Revolution when people were getting their arms cut off in conveyor belts. I think a lot of people, some people at least, would argue that now that our work environment conditions are not nearly what they were when unions got started, that unions have way too much power relative to the work-related issues.
I don't think they really have that much power at all. They're losing most of their power right now.
Well, sort of. I mean, their power is in what they can do with Hostess, where they can rally all of their people and say, no, you need to fight this. You need to fight this. And it ends up, well, now the whole company totally crumbles when there was a chance at some level of survival, at least for a little while. Like, my whole thing, everyone complains right now about lack of jobs. There's no jobs. And this is a situation where jobs could have been spared. But instead, because of the pressure from the union, all the jobs disappear. Is that really a better outcome in this time of economic crisis when everybody needs a job?
You realize what they're going to do, though, right?
What are they
This is like a strategy that companies do. When they do this, they eliminate the unions, then they're going to liquidate it, they're going to sell to another company, they're going to reopen it, and they're going to just hire all the people as non-union members.
Is that really what they're going to do? I mean...
That's like what they do a lot of times in these cases to get rid of the unions. Yeah.
Oh, no, battle. I mean, I don't think
It's
this
how you
is a
get.
case
It's
to
like
get
one
rid
of
of the
those
union,
business
though.
things. It's one of those business things where you just
Yeah.
get around it. Yeah.
Well, of course you can do that. I mean, that's what you. Oh God, this is bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
This
My
is
thing
really
didn't hit
bad.
anyone, and then I didn't get the stun.
But well, I mean, of course, what the bleeding hearts are saying is, wait, I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said? I got sidetracked in that fight. I'm having that problem where I can't fight and think about what we're talking about at the same time.
Yeah, I tried to fight, and then I just instantly died in that fight. No, Rampage actually hates me.
Oh,
Rampage really hates me. He's been
yeah.
ulting me every single
I know.
time.
He gave up on. He tried to do it to me for a while and then just gave up. Oh, okay. I remember now though.
It's because we picked on him bottom lane.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you're exactly right about filing bankruptcy. That is something, and the big thing that companies use that for is to get out of legacy promises, as far as like benefits and big pensions. They'll file bankruptcy, and that basically means that they're legally allowed to break all their contracts and like reevaluate to make the company happen again. In situations like that, you can liquidate and sell and do what you just said. That is definitely a true strategy, but bankruptcy has a very integral part of our system that is kind of necessary. And not every case like this is necessarily, a company, an example of corporate greed where they're trying to abuse the bankruptcy system.
You don't think it is? You think they're trying to do the right thing?
Well, I think. Are you talking about the Hostess example or just?
Hold on a second. Oh, gonna kill this Armadon because I hate him so much.
He's dead. He's dead. You're talking about Hostess specifically?
Oh yeah. Let's go with Hostess first.
Well, I guess I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really read about like their past like management history and stuff. But the thing about Hostess right now, I think their business model is just too outdated. I mean, they've been open. How long have they been open? It's been like over 100 years, I think, since Hostess opened shop. So I think their business model is just outdated. Their products are just. I saw a thing about their 100-calorie pack Twinkie bites. It's just like, yeah, because so many people eat Twinkies for calorie counting. Like,
Honestly, don't even know if they're like in ShopRite. Like, I don't even know if they're in ShopRite. They may be like an Acme thing, and I know Acme's been going down. Acme is probably going.
Are they an Acme only thing? I feel like
I
see.
don't know. I'm just saying because they're not in ShopRite. Again, these are like major stores near us. I know if you're in other places, Publix and
Right.
Kroger's are bigger, and
Right.
ShopRite's. I think ShopRite more of a north thing.
I'm not sure. I know Acme is. I don't really. See, I'm an Acme guy. I've always gone to Acme. I'm not a big shop writer, so.
Yeah, I know Acme isn't doing that well. They might have to like.
I hope they don't turn my Acme into a ShopRite. Oh, that would be terrible. Although the ShopRites do have carpet floors sometimes. So with Hostess, I think this is it's more of a financial problem. They're one of these companies that's so big, they have all this overhead that now that they're not, they have a certain threshold they have to meet their fixed costs, and Twinkie sales are just down in the dumper. And I think that's the underlying problem here. I don't think it's necessarily as much corporate greed as just this company. And part of the problem as well is, filing bankruptcy twice, especially in 2011. We talked about Hostess a lot in one of my higher level classes in my last semester, and they financially, they are just in really, really bad shape. And with these older companies, in the 50s and stuff, legacy promises were a big thing with, the big pensions and all these lifetime stuff, people retiring younger and all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one of the big problems with these companies where, that's why bankruptcy is sort of there. And I think they did that in 2004. And then after the 2004 bankruptcy, I don't know who it was with, but they did some sort of a merger acquisition where they were, I guess, sort of bought out. And the article that I was reading was saying they went through a couple different acquisitions, and every time they sort of lost value. It was a necessary move to keep their company alive, but it was a short-term fix, not in the long run. And finally, they ran out of short-term moves, and now their last leg was like, listen, we can't afford to pay you guys what we have, or we're going to close shop. And I think this was really more of an example of, no, guys, seriously, we're not really trying to totally screw you guys over as much as.
Watch out! This may be a trap. I feel like this was
sitting
trap.
back. So I don't know. I think the Hostess example is one that's of course engineers going to get caught. Is one that is a little bit more genuine. Like, sorry guys, this is the best we can do. And it obviously wasn't a bluff. I think that's what the union was going on. No, it's like a corporate bluff. No, don't give in. They'll eventually crumble. It's like, no, guys, this isn't one of those classic just union versus corporate battles. This is we're closing up the doors. So that's my take on it, at least. But who knows? You're certainly right that companies do this stuff just out of corporate greed all the time.
I'm pretty sure like the Twinkie will go on. And like I said, I think it's gonna just get bought out. They'll reopen it and it'll be a non-union.
Well, I think you're
They'll scrap the
confusing.
bad stuff.
Well,
But I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm saying that's what's gonna
no,
happen.
but I think you're confusing that from the intention of the people that own it now to the aftermath of how the defaulting and liquidation process works. Because when they default, the banks and all their debts are going to want to be paid, and they set it an order of priority. Then they liquidate everything. They put all their stuff up for auction, and some of the things that are up for auction is that intellectual property. The actual Twinkie brand will be available for auction. They did the same thing with, if you go to CompUSA right now, it'll be the same thing, same logo, and it's just some company bought it for all those leads, all that traffic that
Watch
CompUSA
out,
has.
engineers being Rambo.
Yep, I'm ready to blink in here. Oh God,
Yeah,
I'm not going to blink into silence. I mean, I can't. Ready or not, I can't really just charge in there.
Just go in the woods.
I ulted. Oh, I got Nighthound with the ult.
I just need you hit him once.
Oh no. Oh my God, this Armadon is so beefy, dude.
Oh my God, he hates me so much.
No, Silhouette has 19 health. Oh my God. I think we may lose this game too. So anyway, all that stuff goes up for auction, all that intellectual property. So if you had enough money, you could buy that brand, just buy Twinkies.com, and start selling Twinkies, and they could look exactly the same. All that, the packaging, the labels, all that stuff counts as intellectual property that goes up for auction. So if you're the one that buys it, yeah, Twinkies will go on, and I guess that's kind of like cutting the fat, but it's it's not the same people that owned it that are putting it up for auction that are buying it from the auction just to trim out the fat.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know.
So
Saying that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So sure. Yeah. I mean that's absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sure.
It'll go on, and this whole Twinkie buying thing is kind of insane. Because I think that was another thing that you looked at is like Twinkies on eBay.
Oh yeah, yeah. What is it like? I saw something where boxes. I think in an article people were saying boxes.
I haven't looked I haven't looked recently, but I remember on Friday I think we were playing some Dota.
Yeah, like
Carlo,
$60 a box or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. I think I saw a thing that they were $90 a box, but still, yeah, it's insane, absolutely insane. So it's interesting though. Like I said, this Hostess one, I think their history is one of the. I mean, if if Zynga liquidated, companies like that, I think I would agree with you a little bit more about corporate greed. But this one was a little bit more of an intricate case, just because of, well, at least in my mind, I know more about it because in 2011 I was in business school talking about this stuff, so I kind of remember it a little. Yeah, we really do.
Don't worry, I'm about to fuck up that guy's day.
That Silhouette just got.
Big. Yo, kill this Rampage. I hate him so much. Kill him. I want him dead. He's gonna ult me. Look, he ulted me. Kill him.
He really did ult you, dude. He is just.
He hates me.
He is just anti-hyper today. That jerk.
We can turn this around. We can win this. Who's with me?
I'm here, dude. I'm with you all the way.
I'm actually getting pretty hurt.
Is that Nighthound? Blew the ult.
Yeah.
Oh, we got him. Woo.
Almost. I'm not sure about this. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't like this Armadon, man. He's a meat stick.
I'm running back. I'm really fast for some reason. I don't know why.
Ravenor's speedy, man.
Someone makes me fast. I don't even know what makes me fast.
I really don't know.
Okay, I'm going back. I'm going to buy Ganjirnos.
Genjuro. Roll the R. Genjuro. Come on, Josh. Give me some of that inner Italian.
I'm buying that.
Give me some of that. Oh, you're Peruvian. Give me some of that Peruvian R. Genguro. Or Genjuro. Oh, fuck it. So, yeah, Hostess. Anyway, and this actually transitions nicely into one of the last pieces we have to talk about here, Josh. And I don't know. Well, you're not a big Facebook. You know who George Takei is? The Zulu from the original Star Trek?
I know him just from you mentioning him.
Yeah, well, he's very. I mean, he's still pretty active, and of course he's openly gay, so he's pretty active on the political front. But his Facebook, he has like 1.5 million subscribers on Facebook or something, so he's a pretty big following. Yeah, he posts a lot of pretty creative and original memes, and most of them are pretty nerd related. And I share them fairly frequently for those that follow my Facebook page. And there was a meme that someone made. It was just a picture of like the Hostess factory. It said, "Hostess goes out of business when pot becomes legal in 2 states. Oh, the irony." George Takei.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, because in Colorado, I don't know, they have wild projections at the moment on what's going to happen in those states.
Yeah.
As far as like tax revenue and then revenue from food.
So, well, yeah, this is, it's really interesting. So, of course, for those of you in other countries that don't know, I'm sure, I don't know if this is national news or not, but...
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh, God.
He wants you, Stay in one place. I'll protect you.
All right, I turned on my shrunken head.
I know, I stunned him. Hey, see, I got your back. No.
I'm going for this silhouette. Oh, God, you're lagging. Oh, God, you're lagging.
I'm lagging, goddamn.
I can...
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I can hear it. Okay. Can we kill this fucking Armadon? Like, oh my God, he's gonna annihilate our team.
Yo, Nighthound's actually killing you right now, if you can't see.
Oh God, yeah, he interrupted my ult. That really fucked me. Get it? Oh my God, Armadon's actually about to kill Devo. Yeah, you got him!
You got him.
2 for 4.
Don't worry, I'm super fast. They can't catch me. They don't know I'm fast, though.
You know, I was so worried. I'm not conceding. So, yeah, in Colorado and Washington, marijuana is now legal. And that is just... They said that on Bill Maher, and everyone was just like... going crazy. And, you know, it's really interesting. I've been saying that this is coming for a while, but I didn't think it was coming this soon.
Shit,
Josh.
no!
I don't know what that was, buddy.
Oh my God, I lagged out. I was trying to move back, and I lagged out, and it didn't work out.
Alright, I'm up, but I don't think I can really do anything.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
I mean, if they hang around, we can do something here. I can still...
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Can't even see half the people.
Hey man, at least I'm trying, alright? At least I'm trying to save the base. What are you doing? You're dead, alright? You didn't even buy back. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I can't buy... Oh wait, can I buy back? I don't even know how to buy back in this game. I tried to buy an eye, and someone bought my eye.
God damn it. Team sabotage.
I'm gonna try to buy another eye. I bought an eye. No, I just need to be alive.
They're putting revs down.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty sure it's engineer. He's just been ulting out of nowhere. Like, look, that's an ult.
I'm pretty sure that's engineer. You know, he's just doing his thing. So you're exactly right, though. And this is, it's funny, we're going to draw a parallel here, Josh, because, you know, we've talked about healthcare quite a bit. And, you know, my sort of stance on it is I'm not against socialized healthcare, but I'm not big on Obamacare. And this is the exact same reason why what you just said, these pot plans are just what's going to happen. Because they passed the law, they said, this is what we want. We want pot to be legal. But they haven't
We're going in. Go. Oh, wait.
Right,
Shit, never mind. We're not going in. Change your plans.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. Shit, we are going in.
I'm doing damage. Oh god, Armadon's on me.
Oh shit, I'm taunted. What the heck? I didn't have control of my character. How can I buy back? Tell me how to buy back.
You click like
back.
gold. Yeah, there's a button,
Oh
dude.
shit, I don't have gold.
Yeah, it's expensive, man. Buying back is never cheap. They're wrecking our base. They're wrecking our base. We're gonna have to hold this bit of theory crafting because I gotta save the base.
I saw just Rift Walker or whatever go in, and he was doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I wasn't really in a great position to go in because you said don't go in, so I kind of backed up, and then I saw Rift Walker like explode the world since I don't even know what the fuck he does.
He went in.
He went in, but like, I don't know what his hero does. He pulls them together and stuff was exploding.
See, you just gotta go with it sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow.
I went with it. And
you know what?
Got that well.
I'm gonna get a barbed armor.
I need your backup.
I'm gonna get a barbed armor, Joshy. Not conceding. So yeah. Anyway, they decided what they wanted, but they didn't figure out how to do it. So they just passed the law, and now it's like, all right, now we have until I forget when the time is that they have to do it, but they set a date, like whatever, and you know by February we're gonna have a plan with how this is all gonna work. It's like, well, that's great. Cool. And that's sort of what I feel like happened with Obamacare. We're like, all right, we're going to make socialized healthcare, we're going to give it to people, and we're going to figure out exactly how this is going to work in terms of how we're going to pay for this in the long run later. You know, we're going to get all of the fine print done later. And that's just a scary thing. It's not necessarily bad, but it's very scary because it puts a lot of pressure to make decisions in you know, a short amount of time in some cases. And I don't know, I wish I could remember what the time thing is for this pot thing, but you're exactly right. what's going to happen? Is it going to work? Is the whole system going to crumble? Is it just going to attract all these criminals from all over the place so they can set up these kind of pseudo-legal drug houses? I don't know. Is it going to end up costing them more money to regulate than it is for all that tax revenue? How much is it going to be taxed? How are they going to control it? These are all very scary questions, Josh, that I don't think anybody knows the answer to.
I don't think they're really scary, but they are questions. No one knows.
They can be pretty scary. I mean, that criminal thing is a little bit scary. That was one of the issues. They ran into that issue in the Netherlands. Of course, marijuana is decriminalized there, and you can, or I guess legal, whatever. You can buy it in the coffee shops. And
going for it. I'm killing Armadon. I really want him dead.
I popped my ult on him. Oh my God, we're not gonna get him.
Okay, never mind. I'm out. Peace. I really want him dead. Let me see.
We don't have the damage to kill him, man. Just...
Give me some damage, AC.
Man, if only I could get some fucking crits, or my name was Jeffrey. Man, that was so bad. I thought we could kill him a little bit faster.
I really wanted to kill him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really care about anyone else. I just wanted him to die. Yeah. That's kind of what I want Armadon in Dota, just so I can do that.
Just so I can be that guy that everybody hates. What does he even have in the way of items? He's got no armor. Oh, I should have gotten a shield breaker.
People trying to protect him. I want to live. I have an eye. Shit, I have an eye.
Oh shit.
Ready to win?
Yep, let's do it, man. Let's give
we're
it to
killing
these turkeys.
We're killing Nighthound. I don't know which one's the real one. Shit, he hates me.
I'm hitting one.
He took my eye.
I'm so scared, dude. I cannot go toe to toe with anyone. Get out of here, Armadon. Dude, he's just gonna dive the well and do that thing where all my stuff dies. I need my stacks to reset.
Eat him, Pudge. Eat him.
I think Pudge already ate.
You can eat him again.
Pudge is full. He's not that big.
He's hungry. He wants more.
Oh my God, this Nighthound's gonna get an immortal. Oh, he missed the easiest hook of his life. Armadon, you're taking a lot of damage here, buddy. I'd be careful.
You need a couple shield breakers, AC, and I literally made a couple.
No, Pudge, I blinked out right when you went in, buddy. Oh God, I missed the easiest blast of my life. Shrunken Head for the win. Illusions for the win. Oh, I almost got him. I popped my ult. Come on. Oh, my illusion. Dude, they're both so weak. Josh, we're going to lose. We're going 0 for 2 today.
I'm going.
But anyway, I thought about criminal stuff. Their system's been working okay, but they found on the borders, I think the Germany border in particular, they were finding it was basically just a way for German drug dealers to come over and buy it legally and then just take it across the border and sell it in Germany illegally. So that's why I'm not sure if you're up to date on those laws, but they just passed that thing where you have to be a citizen. You have to be a citizen to buy pot there now. You can't, if you're an American, you can't go and buy pot at their stores. You have to have a Dutch person do it for you. And I know I've heard so many people say, oh, they're trying to screw over Americans. They don't want Americans. It's like no one cares about it. You know what Americans do when they go over there? They buy the strongest weed possible. They take 2 hits and then they fall asleep, and everybody laughs at them. That's what happens. So it was a border issue, but I mean, there's a lot of potential for that kind of stuff, especially since Colorado's up, near Canada. There's a lot of potential for criminal activity there. Then that's scary, man. That's scary stuff. Those guys don't play by our rules. You're
worried about Canada and like...
No, it just opens a door, man. It opens a door if it's legal in one area, and even state to state. How are you going to police that? Any state bordering Colorado, there's going to be increased traffic.
You already had that though. People could argue like people just moving pot around without it even being legal. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of things are going to change, really. Except for like them making more money and seeing the like economic impact. I don't think crime will like shoot through the roof or something, or even like increase by a major amount.
Well,
I mean, it is something that can happen, but I don't think
it's still something that has to be addressed. It's still a problem that has to be addressed. I'm not saying that it will necessarily be a big deal, like a measurable crime, but I mean. I would say that would be an attractive attractive venue for those interested in drug dealing. It's still a lot of loose ends, and it's a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. But I don't think,
People are
because
correcting me
Washington
about
is right on the border or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's true. So I'm saying I guess it's a little bit different in Holland. That's how a Dutch person explained it to me. So, although that was probably 6 months ago, someone saying they didn't go through with the law, and it said now you need to register at a coffee shop to buy, and then you're linked to a specific shop. So, okay, it is a little bit different, but the same general premise where now it's regulated more so that not anybody can just come in and buy it. You have to apparently be linked to a specific shop.
Yeah, well, that's like Europe, where it's countries are a lot closer together because they're smaller and everything. And you can make the argument that people smoking pot have been doing it for a long time, even though it's illegal.
Right.
It just became legal now. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Well, that's Well, and it's that's the big conservative thing. The Bill O'Reilly style. They are so anti-drugs. It is ridiculous. They are their whole thing is they say if it's legal, then more people are going to smoke, and a more stoned society is a less productive society, and that's what they go with. And although that chain of events is sort of sounds good, the caveat that they skip over is that I think most people that don't smoke pot now don't do it because they're afraid of getting in trouble. They don't do it because they don't want to. They're not interested in being a stoner. So if it's illegal, it's not like, they may be enticed to try it or something. It's not one of those things where it's legal, everyone's going to go crazy. It's like, well, not really.
Not really.
I don't think
people have been doing it forever.
Yeah, the people that have been doing it are going to keep doing it and not get in trouble. And I mean, there are some people I'm sure that are like, oh, if it was legal, I'd use it. But I don't think that represents a huge portion of the population. Certainly not in those states. So I don't know. I don't quite understand the intense conservative anti-drug stuff. And this is another one of my problems with this two parties, where I feel like based on what conservatism is founded on, that smaller government, stay out of my life, wouldn't it make sense that they are more would be more lax about less regulation, less fighting it, personal freedoms? That's what
To me, conservatives doesn't like a lot of change and everything. They like having their old rules and don't really like change.
I'm not
basically.
Yeah, well, sure, but I'm not talking about that as much as just.
Well, that's like conservatism, though. I thought you were approaching it from conservative.
I'm approaching it. I'm approaching it from based on how they describe what being a conservative is all about. Those are the arguments they use for why they should be able to own guns. But it's. I mean, guns and marijuana in terms of legality, or I think Stewart did something like that, where he read a thing and replaced guns with pot, and it was just it was Chris Christie, the gambling thing with pot, about his arguments everyone's doing it anyway, so we may as well make it legal, and that's what he was saying about gambling, and it was sort of a joke. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand their standpoint of just that, and I don't know. Hopefully it makes money. I think it will be a nice revenue source just to figure out how to tax it appropriately.
I think that definitely will be something that comes out of this. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how much and everything. Well, and if other states follow suit, and I guess 2 years is when they vote for stuff. I don't know.
I don't know exactly how that would. See, I always hear about, in California, there's all these props. Prop 9. I'm like, when was the last time we voted on a prop in New Jersey? What?
We had the prop to make Mulligan Hill a non-dry place.
I guess it didn't pass?
Nope. It did not pass. Wait. Did it pass? No, wait. I'm trying to think, because for the longest time it didn't. It's been on the ballot a couple times, and it didn't. I think it recently just passed. But the whole issue then becomes getting the liquor license and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Jersey is really strict about liquor. We're one of the hardest states to get a liquor license in, because we have it based on population. So the only way to get one is if another company goes out of business and you buy it at auction. That's really the only way to get one. So they're really expensive.
But besides that, I can't remember. Well, I haven't voted for a real long time, so.
Yeah, on props. Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't.
Yeah, it will be
read 'em.
interesting because, and it was the same thing with the medical marijuana programs. It started in California, was the first to really do it, I think, or one of the first, and that was at least where it was really popularized. And now I think it's in 13 states. It's in Jersey now. There is a semi-functioning medical marijuana program in Jersey. So states have followed in suit on that front. So we'll see if they follow on that front in terms of decriminalization and eventually legality. But it's
probably
interesting.
will.
Yeah, at least some of them will. It's pretty interesting.
Well, yeah, it'll take a long time for everyone to,
Yeah.
but yeah, it'll
And we still have that funky thing in America where the states and the federal government can set conflicting laws. So the DEA can come in and arrest you for growing marijuana, but the local state police can't. So that's a whole nother a weird issue, that states' rights versus federal rights. Civil war all over again, Josh.
definitely is pretty weird.
It's just strange how we can actually have conflicting laws. We have a strange country. It's good though. I mean, states' rights and stuff. We're a very diverse country, so what say you?
No, it definitely is something crazy, and it'll be interesting to see what they do about it, because I think at the moment it's just like you can have. I think I was reading through. Like, now that everything's changed, you can have like grow at least or up to 6 pots of like 6 plants.
Yeah, I think it was
And everything, and
something
there's like
that.
this whole there's like limits to how much you can do legally and everything,
Right, and
and
that's
how they'll actually like control it will be kind of interesting.
exactly. That's one of those loose ends where I'm saying, how do we, when you say stuff like that, okay, you can only possess up to an ounce illegally. It's like, all right, well, who's going to be in charge of that? Who's going to be the people? What's the mechanism to ensure that is being policed appropriately? And one of the other issues, from what I read, you said it's like up to 6 plants, but I think the amount is, they say, or up to an ounce. And the problem with that is there's 6 plants produces way more than an ounce of marijuana. So if you have 6 plants,
it'll be interesting.
you're
It's like one of those
always-
things where they lay down the ground rules, but they don't know if they're necessarily the best. They're just the ground rules.
Yeah, exactly. And they
It needs
decide
to
what
be
they
an
want.
evolving thing.
They decide what they want, but not how they're going to get it. So they just go, okay, this is it, and then, hopefully they'll figure it out. They've given themselves some time. I really wish I could remember the time frame. It's really not that long though. It's like a year, maybe, something like that, to get to. That's when they want to be totally done and have not totally done, but have like a real functioning system and not just something on paper. And the dispensaries and stuff is all a big issue. But all in all, I think it's a victory for America. I'm really against the war on drugs, for not only the moral reason of it's sort of, I think, ridiculous to throw nonviolent offenders in jail with hardened criminals, but from an economic standpoint, we waste so much money just like making a dent into drug trafficking in our country, whereas we could control and regulate some of it and create a surplus from that money, and even use that surplus money to more effectively fight the really destructive drugs in our country, like heroin, cocaine, crack, all that kind of stuff, versus a little bit of grass. So, and in my mind, Josh, it's a victory for Americans across the board.
No, I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Another
I
source of tax revenue.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the moral stuff aside, whether you smoke, whether you think people should or shouldn't, financially, it's a gold mine. That's where I'm just like, guys, biggest recession, huge trillions debts. There's people are trying to pay for that. Look at cigarettes, man. Lots of tax on that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Someone's saying in chat, you can't carry more than an ounce around with you, but you could have more in your home or something. But still, the point of the matter is that those metrics need to be calibrated, and that's part of that. They just kind of throw out these arbitrary numbers of,
It's pretty funny too on how I think I was on the Daily Show. I was watching this where they were talking about the legalization of pot, and then all the news people were playing dumb to how pot works and everything. And I think some of the ones were bongs is apparently people can have bongs. Are you smoking a bong? I don't know what that is. I've never seen it or heard of it before. And they were talking about the techniques and I heard this is how you do that.
Oh, so they were
it's pretty funny. And they just went through clips and clips of all these different news people talking about it.
Oh man!
And how they just pretended to play dumb.
They're pretending to be prudes, just a pipe.
They pretended to know literally nothing about it.
That sounds like the Daily Show in a nutshell. I'd actually like to see that episode, because that's the thing that really pisses me off about O'Reilly and the way he talks about this is people always want to bring up that comparison of if alcohol is legal by just sense of keeping things consistent, marijuana should be legal or at least decriminalized to some degree. It shouldn't be a Schedule I drug in the same level as heroin, cocaine, and pretty much every other drug under the sun that people abuse. And the first thing O'Reilly says, we're not talking about alcohol. We're not talking about alcohol. It's like, statistics show that you're less productive. It's like, well, that's great, man. But the other thing that is kind of irks me is people like to pretend that laws are the end-all, be-all. Making something illegal doesn't stop people from doing it. It just makes people that were going to do it anyway get in trouble for doing it. Abortion is a great example when abortion was illegal. It's not like abortion didn't happen. It was just happening, from doctors without medical licenses, back alley abortion, so to speak. And when it became legalized, it's like, well, is this really a good thing for people to get more abortions? You could argue no if you're on that side of the fence, but this at least provides a way for people to do it safely, and there's no need for someone to die from a procedure that, done properly, is low chance of being fatal, that kind of stuff. And I think marijuana fits into a similar category, and I think it's really important to look at the comparatives and just sort of say, no, we're not talking about alcohol. Is just, not that you're arguing for O'Reilly, but come on, man. I gotta pick on Bill a little bit. I've gotta let everybody know that I'm not a Bill O'Reilly fanboy as much as I indicated in episode 14. I watch it, but
too much.
I mean, maybe too much. I mean, like I said, I've been balancing Bill Maher with Bill O'Reilly because they're like the polar opposites, and I feel like that's really fair and balanced, not the no spin zone.
That's really real balanced.
Those
are two extreme people.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to hear what the two different sides are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that wraps it up, though, Josh. We have gone on quite a while. This is a long news report, but that's good because we're going to have a few weeks off here. Like I said...
I'm just sad because we lost both games.
I know. Oh, this was a bad day, man. We're going to have to play another one here.
We got to win something.
Yeah, we got to win something before we go. But we are going to cut the local here. Be sure to follow us both on Twitter at ZyoriTV and at JD Hyper. And feel free to drop me a line as well. Stealing this bit. Have you ever actually seen the O'Reilly Factor, Josh? Have you ever watched a whole episode?
No, not the whole episode.
At the very end, he always shows that at the end he reads like little bits of like comments that people make through email or whatever. And it's usually 50-50, like half, Bill, I love your book, or like really nice, and the other half is like some like cynicist, and he kind of debunks it, or like yells at him or whatever he's going to do. And at the end he said, we want you to spout off about a factor from all over the world. Email me at Zyori@Zyori.tv, Zyori@Zyori.tv, Zyori@Zyori.tv. Remember, we're looking out for you. And then it fades out. And I always just thought that was such an epic ending. I'm like, he gets that email in your head, although I think it's... I can't remember what the email is, actually, so I guess it doesn't work that effectively, but I've been stealing that closing because it's so powerful. But Josh, closing thoughts? Any remarks?
Nothing too much.
Great. Well, on that note, guys...
I got empty for this week, as far as expectations.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Thanksgiving this week. Actually, this week's Thanksgiving. So
Thanksgiving. Eat your turkey.
Travel safely.
Yep, and be wary of those genetically modified organisms. Your turkey probably is one. On that note, guys, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. This is Zyori and Hyper with another episode of News Report in the books.